Hey everyone, it is High here bringing another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. In this video, we are going to be doing our nominations for the February 2020 edition of Dokkan Battle Hall of Fame. So with that, if you are new to my channel, like, subscribe, comment below, do all that good stuff, and always a shout out to DBZ Space and the Dokkan Wiki for images provided. So if you haven't seen this brand new series of mine, it is the Dokkan Battle Hall of Fame. I induct units into and features into this Hall of Fame here, and this is the nomination video, which you haven't seen yet because the first month in January I basically just inducted 3 units, and basically what I'm doing here is who I'm inducting. Number one is a free-to-play unit, then a second one would be a summonable unit, and then something of a special, either a unit or a feature that deserves to be a part of the Hall of Fame. So that's how I am going to induct these units here. However, in the nomination video here, we're going to actually have 3 nominees in each of the categories, and then what we're going to do is I'm going to ask you guys, the viewers, to vote and then to change my mind or influence me into deciding who the Hall of Fame inductee should be. Alright, so last month the 3 inductees were the original OG Rare Goku, which of course awakens all the way to Super Saiyan 3 Goku, the first year anniversary Super Gogeta, and then Dead Yamcha being the start of April Fools. Those are just 3 that I chose without having really any influence from you guys. But from here on out, you guys are going to be voting, you guys are going to be influencing me to say, okay, who's going to be the next inductees into the Dokkan Battle Hall of Fame. So with that, let's go ahead and really jump into the nominations here. And so the nominees, let's go ahead and start with the free-to-play units. And it's going to be tough because these 3 are quite incredible, and we're going to actually induct these 3 units in LR form, and usually I'm just gonna induct them in the base SSR, but in this case scenario it'll be all 3 of these are going to be in LR form, and just by happenstance all 3 of them are actually LRs as well. So let's start with the first one here. It is the first one. It is the first LR ever in this game, and not only that, it is also the Prime Battle, the 777 medals back in the day. If you're an OG trying to grind for that, it was a lot harder back in the day than it is now. But Super Saiyan Goku LR, the tech one, it is absolutely worth being nominated and probably should be inducted first. But the question here is, should it be inducted before these other 2 units you see here on the screen? That's going to be basically up to you guys, and also my decision as well. But I'll tell you what, right now it's probably ahead of both of these, unless the votes come in that's going to be higher. So coming up next is probably still one of the best, if not the best, free-to-play LR in the game. When this unit came out, a lot of people thought it was under not underserved. What's the word I'm looking for? It wasn't as good as they thought they wanted it to be. However, as time grew, this unit still is one of the best units, especially right now on the 5-year anniversary. You can have this unit on a LR transforming Vegito team, right? So but yeah, this fierce battle unit, which this is how you actually end up getting this unit to LR, is have to have the fierce battle units to grind up the Patara earrings and those medals there. It was hard pressed because this was one of those units that were it took forever for us to get, because this was also part of the legendary election, if you guys remember what that was. That took forever for us to get this LR Vegito Blue, but when we got it, some of us were disappointed, but as if you look back now, this is still an incredible unit. So yeah, will it, in a sense, should it be inducted before these other 2? Once again, up to you guys. Vote in the comment section below. Now, the last unit here that is really being nominated is probably the flex of all flexes, right? Because this will basically show that you are an OG to the game. You've been playing the game for at least 1,000 days, and that's 1,000 Day Spirit Bomb Goku. Once again, not as useful as so I would say Tech Super Saiyan Goku and then 1,000 Day Goku here. Definitely not as useful or relevant in the game right now as for gameplay as as Vegito Blue. However, like I said, it is the flex of all flexes. You can say, hey, you know what? I have 1,000-day Goku, and you are at least somewhat respected, right? So means that you played this game for at least 1,000 days is really incredible, and definitely deserves to be in this first spot of nominees. Once again, is it deserving more than Super Saiyan Goku? Is it more deserving than Vegito Blue? Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens with all this. But I think these three here, all three of them will be in the Hall of Fame, but which one will actually get inducted first? That's going to be the big question. So let's go ahead and move on to the summonable units. So the summonable units, technically there's 3 nominees in each category. In this case there's 4, but 2 of them are combined, and you'll see why, and understandably why I had to do it this way. So the summonable nominees are these 4 units, but the LR Super Vegito and Super Gogeta, I had to combine them into one nominee. We'll get to them in a second, but let's go ahead and start by talking about the probably the best God lead, and the unit that everybody thought it broke the game was Super Vegito. Super Vegito is just an incredible unit when it came out. Everyone thought it was just broken because of the counters. And back then, counters were it, man. Counters were the game mechanic that changed a lot of things, and you really don't see too many units with counters these days, especially with the dramatic ability of literally just taking out an entire team of enemies just by getting attacked, right? So, but Super Vegito was an incredible unit. Still is an incredible unit even after its EZA, but a little bit disappointing, his EZA. But I don't know if that's going to hold it against him in entering the Hall of Fame, or will it beat basically these other units here? We'll see, depending once again on your guys' comments and votes and things of that nature. So the next unit that was nominated here is the first summonable LR, and once again it's going to go in at SSR, because I'll tell you what, this silhouette here, this Int Gohan, broke a lot of wallets, broke a lot of hearts, because when LRs came out as summonable, it was so difficult to pull that people were just spending thousands upon thousands upon thousands of Dragon Stones just to get that one copy. Not to Rainbow, just to get one copy, because it was like 0.00 something % to pull an LR Gohan, which in a sense this was the first LR that actually came out. So is it still relevant today? Sure, absolutely. But I would still think, you know, back when this unit came out, being a nuker and being basically one of the hardest hitting units in the game, and it's still, you know, it's quite up there. I definitely deserve. It is a first ballot Hall of Fame. Hopefully, we'll see what happens here. Both Super Vegito and LR and Gohan definitely deserve the spot. Now, finally, let's talk about these two. The reason why I had to combine these, because I couldn't separate the two, right? Dual Dokkan Fest units have to stay together, and you'll see that probably for the rest of the Hall of Fame nominations. So those, if it is a Dual Dokkan Fest, they will be linked together. And these two, by far, was the most hyped banner, hyped units probably ever in Dokkan Battle, maybe until now in the 5-year anniversary. But this is the 3-year anniversary units here, where we've had a string of LRs come out at the time, but then all of a sudden we had Dokkan Festival exclusive LRs in Vegito and Gogeta, and it blew our minds. This was also transforming units. This was just crazy, right? So it was, you know, after the introduction of categories as well, but for sure I had to put these two units here as first ballot Hall of Famers. Both units are still amazingly relevant today, and they will definitely age through time here. So yeah, coming in as nominations here is Int Vegito and Physical Gogeta, the 3-year anniversary LR. So those are your summonable nominations. Now let's go ahead and look at the specials. The last month I just did something that was fun, not overly serious, and that was the April Fools with Dead Yamcha, which, you know, makes sense. It's you know, I think deserves it. But now this is really serious. All right, who is going to be the first nominated and then inducted special feature? In this case, they're all 3 features. That's going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame here in February. Let's go ahead and take a look. So number 1, we've been talking about it for, you know, the Summonable and for the free-to-play, and that is the LR rarity. Because before, what was it, 2016, right, there was just up to SSRs, right? So, and even SSRs weren't really out for that long of time either. But the LR category is still, to this day, the highest and top tier rarity in the game, and definitely deserves a spot in the Hall of Fame of when this rarity came out. So so that's why I ended up actually having that being nominated. So the next nominee for me is probably one of the most important things, because I'm a pay-to-play player. And I even think for free-to-play, this was very important as well because of the value, was the guaranteed SSR multi. Boy, this right here is going to be tough, I think, to beat for a first ballot Hall of Fame inductee. But once again, it's up to you guys. You know, imagine a world today, right now, that you were able to do a multi and not get an SSR, right? That was the game back in the day, right? So I don't actually have to look up when the guaranteed SSR actually came out, but for a few years there, it was heartbreaking when you did like 3 multis in a row and didn't even pick up a SSR. I couldn't imagine that these days, all right? So the complaining is already on high alert, even for me. I complain a lot on my main account, but yeah, not getting any SSRs, whoa, that was really, really rough. So definitely on top of the list when it comes to nominations. So guaranteed SSR multis. Now the last one was really hard for me to decide, but I really think that the potential system, the orbs and rainbowing units, had to be in the first ballot here, because before then you were just, you know, bobbing SSRs. You weren't even using some of these units here, and it was very, very disheartening. You're feeding your dupes in SA, right? That's all you were doing. But now you're able to open up 4 slots. You're able to increase the damage output, the defense, and the health of these units, and just made these units a lot better. And I really think this was a huge bump and benefit for Dokkan Battle, and it really, really helped the game out because a lot of people were pulling dupes and didn't know what to do with them, and now you had something to do with them and feeding them into the hidden potential system. So I think those are 3 of the 3 specials that I ended up choosing for nominations. It's up to you guys to say who of these 3 categories, in free-to-play, in Summonable, and in special, should be inducted first ballot. Because right now, because this is the first time nominations ever happened, should get in. Is it the LRs on top? Is it going to be Super Saiyan Goku, Vegito Blue, 1000-Day Goku? And the Summonable, is it going to be Super Vegito? Is it going to be LR Gohan? Is it going to be the 3-year anniversary LR Vegito and Gogeta? On the specials, is it the rarity of LR? Is it the guaranteed SSR multi? Or is it the hidden potential system? All up to you. So comment below, and I'll be just discussing this amongst the community, and we will actually do the inductions every or in the end of every month. So you should see a video close to the end of the month for the induction of the Hall of Fame units. So anyway, with that, you know, as I judge these, I'm gonna look for you guys. I'm gonna look for the community to help me induct one of these in each category. So thank you so much for watching. Good luck to all you individuals wishing one of your units or your favorite feature get inducted. But anyway, if you're new to my channel, like, subscribe, comment below, do all that good stuff. And if you're an OG, thank you for your continued support. Hit that notification button to stay up to date with all my videos. That's the nominations for Dokkan Battle Hall of Fame February 2020. Keep on Dokkaning. We'll catch you next time. Later.